10 years ago, we lit the first flame. A small stage, big dreams.
Náš sen se tady stává skutečností. Toto je finále Oktagon MMA. Dobrý večer.
A new MMA era was born. But from the very beginning, Octagon was more than fights.
Vítejte v reality show O2 TV Oktagon výzva.
2017, the first show at Štvanec under the summer sky. And Bratislava's Hunt Arena sold out. 2018, a milestone year.
Chtěl bych vám všem, kteří máte nějaký sen, říct, že ty nejšílenější sny se mohou naplnit.
We packed over 10,000 fans in the O2 Arena in Prague.
Bol to taký sen, že raz by mohli vypedávať tak veľké haly a dneska je to skutočnosť.
And crowned champions on the biggest domestic stage to date. The fight of the century.
Neskutečná atmosféra a zápas století v tuhletu chvíli se stává skutečností.
Attila Veg knocked out Carlos Vemola in the first round. Sending shockwaves through the MMA world.
Nové prípady, nové prísnejšie opatrenia. Vláda vyhlásila núdzový stav.
COVID swept the globe, but Octagon didn't stop.
Teď už si opravdu můžeme říci, že nás nic nezastaví v tom, abychom tyto turnaje uskutečnili.
Underground events kept the flame alive through one of the toughest years for live sport. We pushed the boundaries of sports entertainment, new formats, new rivalries. Octagon became more than a sport. It became a movement. In 2022, we crossed borders. Frankfurt marked Octagon's first major push into the German market and set the stage for future international expansion.
Icon of the sport, an icon of Germany.
2023 Octagon Challenge took Octagon to the UK. Events in Manchester, Birmingham, and Newcastle built momentum and fandom far beyond Central Europe.
This opportunity is massive. This is life-changing. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
This is the life that I want.
It's torture. That is madness.
2024, we rewrote history again. 3 sold-out open-air stadiums. Eden Stadium in Prague, the biggest sporting event in Czech and Slovak history in the last 20 years. Veg versus Vemola 2. Then came Frankfurt, world record-breaking event with 60,000 fans. And our partnership with RTL brought Octagon to 100 million people in DACH region.
Let's get up. Octagon 62.
60,000 fans, let's go!
The one and only and new King of Germany!
This is officially the biggest MMA attendance in the world history.
2025 at Octagon 72, the final chapter between Carlos Vemola and Attila Veg came to the end.
Vůbec poprvé v historii organizace se bude bojovat o Octagon Infinity Belt. Krásný večer, já jsem Kelly Novice, verifikuju si, OK? Finálová bitva dvou králů. Konec.
And Now we celebrate not the end, but everything we've built. Every fight, every arena, every fan. Get ready for what's coming. Once-in-a-lifetime moments. Stadium-shaking celebrations. Bratislava, Štvanic, and Frankfurt Stadium. A decade of facing fears. 10 years of Oktagon. Be part of it.
Dobrý večer, O2 Univerzum.
Good evening, O2 Universum. Welcome, Prague. Welcome to Octagon time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my beloved samurai. Welcome to Octagon time and to the press conference before Octagon 81 here in Prague. My name is Ondřej, and next to me, the founder, Paolo Neruda. Let's get started. What have we got in store for you?
Oslavu 10 ročnice, ktorú budeme
we will be celebrating a 10th anniversary. You saw the video. I was really excited by the video, but right now it's time for some important information about what's happening in the upcoming days and months. We will also tell you what's coming here today. You might have seen that we're filming the fighter film. It's called Bojovník. We've been filming it. It's been filming in 2025. And after The Fist in the Night, it's going to be another good film about martial arts. And we are kind of involved with it, so maybe some of you might have come to actually act in this film tonight. We will also get to that a little bit later. We have a film crew that's filming as we speak. There's one camera to my right, so you might actually appear in the film. Of course, it depends. But please don't fight over your spot on the camera, please. But we will be filming more scenes as we go tonight. I hope we get to enjoy it. And the last shot will be taken tomorrow at the tournament. So if you attend the tournament, you will be also there for the filming of the film. Let's take a look at our partners, the brands that dare to lead. This is a very important slide for the entire organization, for all the fans, because thanks to our patrons, you can see behind us, we can move the borders, we can push forward, deliver amazing tournaments for you. Of course, we also need our broadcast partners. Right now, we're well known in Europe and globally, hopefully. Of course, we have Octagon TV here in the Czech Republic, but also Telly, and we will see what happens next. We also have RTL Plus, we've talked about that a lot, and Paolo is here to talk about what this last tournament will be broadcast, or where it will be broadcast. I will tell you a little bit about that later. Thanks to Zhumagulov, we sold the rights to Kazakhstan because he's very popular there and he has tens or hundreds of thousands of fans there. We also have Viaplay covering the Scandinavian region in the north of Europe. So there will be hundreds of thousands of viewers.
Máme za sebou úspěšný rok 2025.
2025 was successful for us. And of course, we've had many very important milestones.
Poměrně zajímavé.
And I reckon they're quite interesting. We had 1,330,000 viewers in Dortmund. That's a huge number. And remind me, what was I supposed to say? Well, it's just a huge number. I just want to give you a reference, 1.3 million. But they told us 800,000 or 1.1 million. That's the viewers on good Bundesliga matches. So this tells us this is a huge number. And this was a record number on the RTL Plus platform. So we know that it was a good match in Dortmund that night. We also have a good Instagram in Germany. And Paolo will fill me in, I'll tell you some more. Well, at the same tournament in Dortmund, we became the third most engaging sports brand on Instagram. So we had the most interactions out of all sports in Germany. So this means a lot. We had a huge reach that would cost millions of euros. But the most important thing is that our beloved Octagon reached new fans in Germany. It's fantastic for us. These numbers are higher than NFL, than Formula One, or organic reach of Bayern Munich and other huge German brands. So, and we got there just in a mere few years. Another important milestone that was very nice for us here in Czechoslovakia, we became the most followed business Instagram in the Czech Republic. That was to Octagon. So it's amazing that MMA is taking the lead and Octagon is taking the lead here in this arena. Let's just be honest, many people were not happy about this. They were spitting at us. So it's fine, yeah, you can applaud it. Who doesn't want to applaud? You don't want to. Yeah, so some people were frowning upon this, but yeah, as I said, you can clap, you don't have to. Not that many people were very excited about our account winning this. They said that there are many non-Czech followers on our account, but we still had more Czechs than the number 2 account that they were rating, so I still think we qualified. We also sold out for the 3rd time a football stadium, and that's only thanks to you, our most loyal fans. Thank you for coming here and taking the time to come here today. You're one of the best fans in the world, it's really true. There's nothing sadder than having an empty tournament, an empty arena, and we have that experience. We had it in the United Kingdom. It was very, very difficult for us because we were doing this for the people. So once again, thank you for coming here after your Christmas lunches and Christmas dinners, coming here for the 2 hours. I know that you're here mostly for the fighters, and that's correct. You saw these fighters. There were 27,000 people in Eden. You saw a live music show with Kalin, and next year it will be even bigger. We had another huge milestone in Germany. Germany is very conservative, where martial arts cannot be broadcast before 11 p.m. But in Cologne, for the first time ever, we broadcast an MMA tournament at free-to-air TV that everyone has on their TV. So we reached millions and millions of Germans. We had record viewership, about 1 million fans there. Once again, it was at 11 p.m. And if we compare it to a very popular NFL sports team or match that actually took place in Berlin, they had fewer viewers there than us. And that was not at 11 p.m., that was at 4 p.m. So another huge milestone to show you that what we're doing here is also very appealing for the Germans and that we have great colleagues and great fans in Germany. We also have 750,000 of fans who attended our Octagon events. Next year we are aiming at 1 million, so we hope to actually reach that number. It's a very nice number. Another nice fight, Sanikidze, and his fight at Octagon 79 was the 1,000th fight in Octagon history. 1,000 fights in 10 years. And we called all of these fights too, and we lived through it. It's an incredible number. We also saw 9 title fights, and there are 2 more ahead tomorrow. But next year there will be even more. This year we had Tipsport Game Changer, and Jon Surdu was very active there. He was active in 2 different divisions, but I think next year we will have more than 11 title fights. Let's take a look at the stars. that we have here in Octagon, the rising stars. As you can see, Jakub Batfalski, one of the biggest successful fighters in the Man of the Year contest. That was, of course, a different organization than us, but it was a nice win for him. He also finished second in the main fight in Hanover after Palokai, but he was the winner in his Ostrava fans' hearts. He will be fighting in Ostrava next year. And next to him, Tomáš Mudroch, the Ostrava Express. He has a dirty mouth and he gives great interviews. And of course, another rising stars, thanks to his fights in the Tipsport Game Changer, that's Dominik Humburger, because he showed incredible performances. And if you remember what happened at Štvanice, I'm getting goosebumps just remembering it. I think he's not right here, but for this year, Dominik deserves a round of applause, that's for sure.
Thanks to him and his cooperation with the army, I think that I have to say that he is a valuable asset to us here at Octagon. In Germany, we also had some stars that rose. For example, Frederik Voskrone, he became the fastest growing MMA fighter in the world on social media. He completely destroyed our imagination of what was possible. You saw him being dragged by Montagnac, holding his leg, and suddenly he got more than 500,000 followers on Instagram, and he became a huge star on the German Instagram. Then we have Alina Dalaslan. She is a super positive girl. This year, she had her first professional fight, and today she is a great star and probably a future star for European MMA. And we also have Max Holzer. He is also a huge star in Germany. He didn't have that many fights this year, but his star shot right up. And then we have Slovakia. We have Veronika Smolková and Robo Pukač. You will see both of them tomorrow. Veronika will see another fighter. She was supposed to face someone else, but she will face Marta Sos. And Robo Pukač faced Kozma in Třinec or Ekrlin in Hamburg. So we will see if he will be as successful tomorrow. And there are people who have even 2 belts, and that is our double champ and undoubtable star, Will Fleury. We'll see how he will do tomorrow against Martin Buday. It is something that is unique in the world of MMA, to have 2 belts in 2 divisions, and in the divisions that are the most heavy divisions, and that is very unique. Some people say that tomorrow it will be not such a difficult fight for him, but he actually got very emotional, and he said that it will be important for him to show and to cement his legacy here when he wins, or if he wins, against Martin Buday. We talked about this about his girlfriend. Well, actually, I'm not going to go into that big of a detail. Well, Will is a guy who is much deeper than you would probably think at the first glance. I think it will be really interesting to see him here or tomorrow in the cage. Johnny Kavanagh, a famous coach, said that it is the most important fight for the Irish MMA since Conor McGregor. So we will see some important facts from 2025, one of them being that if we add up all the total time of showtime, you would be watching for 6 days non-stop, watching our tournaments in a row. We also had 42 fighters ranked in the global top 100. According to the fight metrics, we are ranked number 3 among other organizations. I think this is not really a fun fact, it's just a fact.
80 bojovníkov debutovalo
We've also seen more than 80 debuts of fighters this year who had the chance to show what's in them and to show how great they are. And you could also participate. I think that many of you are really faithful fans, and we can have a look at our fantasy league. This season was a beta season. It was our new idea. We tried how it will go, and we had 4 tournaments with a fantasy league. We've had participants from more than 50 countries, overall more than 15,000 players, and we also have more than 1,950 Discord members. So we connected Discord with Fantasy League, so it is more fun, so that you can comment and share your guesses and your hot takes on who will win. So we appreciate this so much. We are really grateful, considering this is a beta season. So if you want to participate, you can scan this QR code that you can see behind me and participate on this at this tournament. Fantasy League is there so that you can have fun. You have your favorites at every tournament, and you also collect points, and you are listed in a ranking. And based on how ranked you are, you can get some nice prizes. You can participate in meet and greets with fighters, or also participate in trainings or sparring with the fighters, or you can get some VIP tickets. At our website, Octagon.com, you can see how you can participate. We also have a leader who is going to join us on stage, Patrik Sabov. I hope he's here. Give him a round of applause, who's ranked number 1.
Ahoj, Paťo.
Hi, Paťo.
Ahoj, zdravím tady všechny. Díky, že jste přišli, že jsme
Hi everyone, thanks for coming and thanks for watching Octagon.
Počkej, pojď dál. Co chceš?
You can continue. What do you want to say?
Čekám na nějakou otázku.
Well, I'm waiting for a question.
Well, I thought that you wanted to say something. How does it feel to be ranked number 1? Now, if you're deep in our leader card, we have Trebušek, he's ranked number 6. He's not on screen because you can only see the first 5. Do you know who is Mr. Trebušek, and how does it feel to be better?
I don't know who he is.
Well, never mind. So, how does it feel being number 1?
No, jako dost zajímavé.
Well, it's interesting, that's for sure. I wasn't really expecting much. I wasn't expecting to get as high as I did, but in the end, I was very pleasantly surprised. When I got the email from you guys inviting me to the press conference that I won the tickets, it took me some time to process that.
Já jsem se povedal, že ty vlastně si už teda získal 2 lístky na zajtra.
Already got 2 tickets for tomorrow and meet and greet with Patrik and Robo. How does it feel? How happy are you? Did you think that this is going to be the prize for participating in Fantasy League?
No, not at all. I really wasn't expecting that. Of course, tickets, that's great. I'll be happy to show up, but the meet and greet with the fighters, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna ask these guys. I never had an experience like this, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, the question is, who's your favorite?
Řeknu to takhle, ať vyhraje lepší.
Let the best man win. Let's put it that way.
And who do you root for?
It's Patrik.
Well, that's what you can ask them. You can also throw Robo off. You can ask him some questions.
To bych nerad.
I wouldn't like to do that. No, I don't think I want to do that.
You can tell him that you don't have him in your Fantasy League team.
Well, yeah, I didn't pick him, but at the same time, I didn't pick Patrik either, so...
Okay, so what do you have on your Fantasy League card?
Well, I was watching the Discord server connected to the Fantasy League, and from what I saw there, I didn't really see Alex Hutera much, and I think he is a bright prospect, and I think he's going to win by submission in the second round.
So you have this name there on your card. Have you had a look at his opponent?
Yeah, I saw him.
Well, he's 60 points. I'm not trying to say anything else.
I could be wrong, of course.
Well, you could, but you shouldn't be wrong because you're only 1 point ahead. Well, never mind. Is there something else that you want to share, knowing that you will be here on stage, you will be on TV? Maybe you want to say hi to your mom?
I want to say hi to my family, to all my friends watching me close to their screens, and a special thank you to my friend Venca, who will be coming to the fight tomorrow. Will be there at the arena.
You confirm that he's going to remain your friend?
Exactly. And, well, my girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay, well, you have great cards and you're giving them to your friend, Venca. Great. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Well, you can still give it to a girlfriend for tomorrow. Venca will be okay, but maybe it's not cool to have girlfriends anymore. I don't know, let's go on. We're not here to do stand-up comedy. Let's move on. We have something in store for you for 2026. We will have new prizes, we will have more tournaments, we will have new rankings and more new game features. We hope that more of you will join, we'll reveal it gradually, but it will be great fun. And we decided that the first 30,000 people who will register will become founding players of Fantasy League. That's great. And our colleagues from the merch team have also something for you.
Toto bol skoro reálny prepis konverzácie.
So it was pretty much what we were talking about with the merch team. You can see what we just dropped, and this is available. Sales up to 70%, so that's absolutely crazy, and you can get that at our store. That's correct. And as every single year, we have a pay-per-view bundle that many of you have purchased, and many of you have been calling for it. We've been kind of holding this back for a long time. There were negotiations about the next season, but right now there's a 40% saving if you actually buy the bundle for all tournaments for the next year, if you're the actually hardcore fan of Octagon, and you can enjoy this, and we would support you to do this. We would urge you, because it's better than buying individual tickets. Up to 80% of the sales are on the every given Saturday, so the sale probably wasn't that attractive yet. We have 3 key pieces of information or announcements, but then we will get to the fighters. So let's start with the first one.
We want to do something epic. They see the potential in us.
Octagon is transforming combat sports into world-class entertainment.
XTB.
For us, it's a huge step because it's a global brand, it's a huge brand.
We want to have a very nice cooperation, not the standard one, so we are aiming high.
Áno, áno. Zatleskajte.
Yeah, a round of applause for that, for sure.
XTB sa stáva jeden z hlavných partnerov Octagonu.
Is becoming one of the main partners for Octagon. It's a huge cooperation. And let me please invite the Czech general manager of XTB, Vladimír Holovka. A round of applause, please.
Ahoj, Vladimíre.
Hi, Vladimír. Hello, everyone. Cooperation with XTB is something we're very excited about. This has been a big deal. XTB is a huge deal on the global platform. This is a platform where you can buy and trade and connect. And I'm very happy that we're on a mission together, supporting this, because the more people get their savings thanks to XTB, it would be very nice for us, and we decided to promote this. So, how excited are you about this cooperation?
That's a great question, and as you can see that this is not the first cooperation. We have known each other for a while, and I personally can say that you are doing a great job, more than great job. The first spot that we've seen, the flashback, that was great because it shows very clearly how you're pushing this forward. Every tournament, one after the other, is better and better. And it's not maybe so visible from one tournament to the other, but overall, from the wider perspective, you can see how hard you've been working. And that is something that we like, because we share these values in XTB to deliver something long-term, better services, better apps, and connect people who want to pursue something actively. For you, it is entertainment, it is the fights, it's the sport itself. For us, it's finance, investment. Just don't be passive, be active. And I think that that is what we share.
I completely agree. And what about you and MMA?
Well, personally, I'm a great fan. Maybe I am not the biggest fan to know every fighter, but I can't miss the big names. Because it's not only about sports, it's also a community event. So tomorrow I will be watching. My family will probably not, but I will definitely watch at least on my phone.
I'm very happy to hear that, because XTB is a Polish firm, if I'm correct. That's very important for us, that we have some kind of investment protection in Poland, and this will be very interesting for us. We're very excited about the Polish, Czech, and German markets. Which one is the biggest for you?
Well, Poland is also, demographically speaking, a huge market, but the Czech Republic is, I think, the second or third to come. In the Czech Republic, but also in Slovakia, we have an important place, and if you need some protection in Poland, we can definitely help you.
Well, we want to become the biggest there, and that's what we're aiming at, and that's what we're looking forward to. Let's see how it works out, but now it's time for a little gift. It's a jersey that we prepared for you. It's special because for the first time, Octagon has its main partner for this season on the very jersey. You can see the XTB logo, and it will be on every single jersey. I'm very happy about this, and I think it's now time to take a picture with this new jersey. Well, I'm very happy about the fact that XTB is our partner. Thank you very much. And let me say one more thing. XTB doesn't, they work with the best. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Tyson Fury, just the cream of the crop in the area. And here they chose us, and that just tells you that this cooperation is going to be amazing. When we're talking about investments, okay.
Vidíš, jak to byl takový jako 30%, jak se říká, tleska jenom čistý.
30% of the audience clapped, Only the best audience members clap, I suppose.
No, tak trvalo to nějaký ten pátek,
anyway,
jsme se o tom bavili.
It took some time. There were many discussions.
Možné i nemožné kroky.
We were doing
jsme, aby vlastně
the possible and the impossible, and we wanted our anti-doping program to make sense. We don't want to just try it and let it ripple away, fade into nothingness. What we can say is that today we're entering something that's not that well known in the world of MMA. When it comes to anti-doping, not all the programs actually were that successful, but I think that with the law firm Brodec and Partners, Oktagon, and the Czech anti-doping organization or agency, this program is becoming a reality. It's becoming something that's going to be the future of European MMA. We're starting a new standard of how this sport in Europe is going to play out. Before we get to the questions that I think are coming, let me say one more thing. In the first phase, which we will launch in 6 months into the next year, we will be testing stimulants. Right now, these are substances that change the performance of the fighter. And the tests will be conducted by the biggest world organization that specializes in this, and they're the biggest guarantee that everything is going well. This is the World Anti-Doping Agency. We worked on this hard and long, and we hope that this will develop further and further at every single tournament. Once again, we're very happy to announce that our fighters will have a list of the substances, and they will get the rules, they will get the rules that they need to abide by, and starting from the first half or the second half of next year, we are going on an adventure.
And definitely we are going on with our adventure in Poland. We will have the first tournament in Szczecin, and we now announced that we will have the STP collaboration with another Polish company. We also have a huge deal that we have closed off with TVP, so the Polish TV, and we will have a MMA broadcast there. So it is us who got this. There were some local organizations that have tried this, but it was us who succeeded. So this is the home for sport broadcasts for Polish viewers. It's where you follow the greatest football matches, and you will be able to follow Octagon in Poland on TVP. We will start with Octagon 81 tomorrow. Normally there are hundreds of thousands or millions of viewers, so for us it is a great piece of news. We will be able to deliver Octagon as a product on this scale, and the whole future deal will be as follows. We will have 4 main tournaments on the main channel, and then the rest will be online on TVP platform online. We'll also have various podcasts, media, which we will use to promote these events. That's right. It's a great deal, and Paolo really gave it his best, so really give him a round of applause for this, and thank you too. I don't know if you mentioned this, Paolo, but it's really as if we're the greatest TV stations here in the Czech Republic or also abroad. So it's one of the main stations in Poland. It will probably not happen here on the main Czech TV stations, but it did happen in Poland. And let's look at the next tournaments. We want to be fair and distribute our tournaments fairly. We will celebrate our 10th anniversary anniversary next year, we will have various projects, we will have exhibitions, and we will also look into the future. So it's not really just looking back, but looking forward is what's even more important. And we can see that we have great plans for the future, at least for Frankfurt, definitely. Frankfurt, we have Deutsche Bank Park, the stadium. It's where we were about a year and a month ago, and we broke the record with 60,000 viewers. And this year we are coming back. It will be a global celebration of our 10th anniversary, and we already put the tickets on sale, and it is something that you can already buy. We have already sold more than 10,000 tickets, so it's looking great, and we can recommend this experience because you will have a great evening there, and you can scan this QR code and celebrate our 10th anniversary with us. And we will have a huge halftime show prepared for us. That's what I can say already. So speaking about stadiums, we can reveal that we will celebrate our 10th anniversary in the Czech Republic as well. And we're coming back to our favorite Štvanica. And we are just now opening the registration. It will be on the 1st of August, and it is the exact date when we, well, not really were born, but when we met in the OFA gym, when we started filming the Octagon challenge with Gábor Bartl-Jatelinka and other fighters. It was 10 years ago, and it was exactly on the 1st of August. And that is the date when we will see you, hopefully, in Štvanica. It will only be 7,500 tickets, but we want to completely restructure the stadium so that it's efficient. We also want to enable you to pay cash, because last time there were some problems paying with card, but it will probably be a huge, or hopefully be a huge experience for you, for the 7,500 of you. But before that, on the 6th of June, we will see you in Bratislava, and we'll celebrate our 10th anniversary in Slovakia with our Slovak fans. We will meet again in the arena of Ondřej Nepalu, and we can already reveal some fighters at this fight card, and you can scan this QR code and pre-register and experience the first tournament where we will fully celebrate our 10th anniversary. So this milestone on the 6th of June. So it will be in Typos Arena on the 6th of June. Yesterday I still thought Pirat was going to participate, but today I also think he will participate. We think that we are still on great terms.
Tady šéf MMA Shorties už má připravenou.
And we can see that there is a bombshell question coming from MMA Shorties. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up, and you will hear about our love and hate relationship. So this is our roadmap, our tournament schedule of tournaments that we have already announced. There will be 18 tournaments. You know that some of them are already sold out, some of them are on sale and there are fewer and fewer tickets available. We have Ostrava 65% sold out, and in a minute we will announce another fight for Ostrava, maybe not something you expect. We have more than 60,000 tickets sold for 2026 overall, so a big thank you to all of you, to our fans in the Czech Republic, in Slovakia, Poland, but also Germany. As Paolo has already said, people who are watching MMA are coming from all over the world, from Europe, from, for example, Ireland. So thank you for participating in our tournaments. And we are coming to our Q&A with our fighters, and we will present the fighters who will face each other off. Not only tomorrow, we will have also the announcement for Ostrava. and we'll reveal it shortly. But we will firstly welcome the blue corner fighter here on stage, and we probably think that this will be a surprise. It will be a huge Slovak comeback who will fight in Ostrava. I'm really happy that there are some huge expectations here in the first row that no one knows. It is a surprise. It is Jožo Wittner.
Vítaj zpátky, Jožo.
Welcome back, Jožo. This is your spot here on stage. And we can have a little shuffle here. And recently, Jožo said that he would like to be back at Octagon, that he feels like number one in Slovakia, but he will be the one who can speak for himself on stage. And we were looking for someone who is relevant for Ostrava and also for this fighter. And it is the former welter champion, the Pink Panther, David Kozma.
Tak, růžový panter, růžový přeliv.
So, Pink Panther with pink hair. So that is one of the fights for Ostrava. You will be able to ask questions shortly, and let's have a look at other names that we will have for tomorrow. Octagon 81, which will be the last tournament of our 2025 very successful year. Viktor Kovač. Slovak fighter, last time having a 18-second win, and will have his second fight tomorrow. And he will fight with Alex Hutira, a huge Czech promising star with 6 victories in a row. He will have his debut here at Octagon. As you know all too well, there are many people on Octagon Fantasy League. He is the most successful one. And I am really happy to see the German Tarzan Hugo Wach. He has a 6-1 score, and he arrived from New Zealand, if I'm not wrong, where he has lived for a long while. And he's joined Octagon and will fight tomorrow. We will see Wojciech Kohl fighting him. He's an amateur champ in the Czech Republic. He will be in the red corner.
Prostor dáme samozřejmě také ženskému zápasu.
And we'll also have a female fight. We have Marta Sos, Polish fighter. She accepted the challenge last minute, and she also has a new haircut to make weight and to have a catch weight of 59.5 kilograms. So she had a huge haircut. She has a pixie cut almost. And we also have Veronika Sweetheart Smolková facing her off.
Musím říct všechno jednou poprvé, myslím první bojovnice, která přišla s kabelkou.
She is the first fighter who came here with a handbag.
Co to máš?
What's in the handbag?
Oblečení se vejde do kabelky.
Clothes? Can you fit clothes in your handbag? A skirt? Oh, a skirt for the fight. That's beautiful.
Tak jo, pojďme na další zápas.
Let's look at the other fight. We will see the Brazilian Elvis Silva. The bantamweight fight. You could have seen him before here at Octagon.
A proti němu večně provokatívny.
And we will see his opponent, the Jonas Magard, former bantamweight champion.
Viděli jsme ráno, že to bylo hodně
In the morning, we saw that it was very dramatic between these, and that's always the case with the Danish shark. And we also have the last prelim fight, a duel between the Polish spider Mateusz Strzelczyk.
Muž, který si ví rady v každé situaci
fighter who can tackle any situation. He can send his opponents to sleep in or standing or on the ground. And we will also be able to see a Czech legend, Miloš Melon Petrášek.
Myslím, že posledně tady Melon dostal.
Bylo to tady na tiskovce? It was here at this press conference where Miloš received some offers to marry someone. There were some marriage proposals. Well, we will see what we will see today. So this is everything from us for the prelim card, and we give you the floor. You can ask any questions that you want. We have the second set of fighters for the main card that will follow, but you can ask the first question.
Hele, řeknu to jako úplně vážně, jo, byť jsem
Let me put it this way. I'll be very serious.
Mě se to hodně dotklo, protože
what you said really impacted me. That there are a few people, you know, behind the desk and in our organization where I think I have a special relationship with them, and sometimes you realize that it's just a feeling, but with Pirát, the way I feel it in my heart is that we have this special relationship. We talked maybe a week ago. I was in the mountains, and you know, when we talk, we always kind of make jokes, and he sang me a message asking for tickets. And you know, in good humor, I was just answering him, and I thought he sent me, yeah, thank you, and a smiley face and a heart emoji. You know, that's what adult guys do. I thought he understood that we will be giving him 2 tickets because that's the way we did it every single time. But, you know, as it is, as you know, sometimes when you're on a text, what you text is something different, or people can misunderstand what you're texting. So I think he misunderstood it as an insult, but it was a joke. But what really got me the wrong way is that he went public with it, and he was very direct about it. Somebody sent it to me yesterday, the video, so I said, are you serious, man? And he said he felt very insulted. I tried to answer, but you know, I never burn any bridges. I don't think it's all that dramatic. But maybe through that conversation he was a little bit insulted, but what kind of rubbed me the wrong way was that we didn't jump on a call and kind of explain what happened. His contract is ending, so is he maybe trying to get more leverage, or are you trying to leverage it? Does it have a business thing? Well, there are 2 of us, so he could sign with Palo. But he doesn't have to see me until he enters the ring. If he wants to burn the bridge between the 2 of us, it can happen, but I don't think it should happen. You know, there are a few hundred of you, but is there someone who doesn't understand what I just said? Nobody is putting their hands up. This is just what happens, you know, some people can get a misunderstanding, talk about it, explain it, and move on. So I'm fine with this. But the situation with the contract is a little bit different because I understand the contracts better than you. But in the end, it's still his decision. He needs to make the decision. You came up with the doping program, anti-doping program. We've been talking about this a lot. But do you have an imagination if all the fighters will take tests or just some? And what are the sanctions? And what's the appeal process? Well, we will definitely be discussing the sanctions, the punishments, the penalties. It's a very delicate issue, but the penalties will be time-wise, but also they will be financial. It cannot be something that destroys the career. It needs to be just, it needs to be fair, and it needs to make sense for both sides. So when I ask guys here if they want testing, all of them are going to say yes. This will give us a level playing field, and it will be a healthier environment for us. But when it comes to the frequency of the testing, this is a program that we're paying for. It's a commercial service. But we have an agreement roughly on how many tests per tournament we have. It will definitely always be for title fights. Thank you. A question for Miloš. This was your last big preparation, big weigh-ins. So how are you feeling before the last fight? What's going through your head? I think everything at once, but mostly it's joy, it's happiness. I'm looking forward to it. 20,000 fans in the sold-out arena. I'm really looking forward to it. David, Ondra mentioned that you were talking about your opponent. Now you have Wittner. That's a surprise for me. So how did this happen? Well, I got the offer and I said, sure, I'm taking this. So that's how it went. I heard that some opponents didn't take the fight, but I always accepted all my fights. And I have a team that makes the decision or helps me decide. And we decided that we're taking Joža Wittner. Question for Josef. You wanted to go into Octagon, and now it worked out, so what are your feelings? So, what do you think about your return to Octagon? Because after your last fight, it didn't look like you were going to fight in Octagon again. For me, it's a huge opportunity to show who I am. And now a question for Veronika Smolková. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but there's a big news that Lucia Sabová is going to enter your weight division. You are good friends, so did you talk about this? Is it similar to Rony and Surdu? It's very complicated for them there, so how did you work this out together? Thank you for the question. Yeah, we talked about this with Lucka. I have my fingers crossed for her, but now I'm focused on this fight, and we will see what happens next. David Kozma, you changed your team, so how are you feeling after a couple months with a different gym? Well, you know, before in the old gym, I really wasn't feeling the best, and changing the environment is great because now I have more appetite, and I think it was a good change. What motivates you in this fight? What motivates you to keep going? Are you still motivated by trying to get the title, or just trying to get some more fights? You know, in my head, the title fight is still up there, but right now I'm far removed from that. So right now, I don't even feel like talking about it, but it's still in my head. What's important now is to win this fight, win the next, and get into the title conversation, and I believe I still have what it takes. A question for Josef. Other fighters like Jon Surdu or Robert Pukač got big fights after their wins, even title fights. So do you think this could actually help you move forward to get bigger fights and get closer to the title? Yes, for sure. I take this as a huge chance. It's a great opportunity. I had a complicated time now, but this is over this year, and I'm starting a new year. I'm starting fresh. This is going to be a great Czech-Slovak fight, and I believe that we are going to put everything on the line, and I will find the fire inside of me. A question for Wojciech Kohl. You're the first fighter to jump into the cage tomorrow. Do you feel some responsibility for getting the win tomorrow and get the good atmosphere for the rest of the tournament tomorrow? Well, I don't feel any responsibility. I'm just looking forward to the fight. And I'm going into the cage to show the best performance I can. And I also believe that my hand will be lucky, and Patrik and David will also get the win. And that David, fighting for the title, will get the title, and it will just be a little golden cherry on top for our gym. A question for Jonas Magard. Could you explain your outfit? Do you think that if you get this win, you will get the title shot next?
The outfit talks for itself. I'm fighting an old man who calls himself Karate Kid, but I'm a fucking ninja. Yeah, definitely. It gives me in the title. I think if I didn't even fight this fight, I will still be in the title picture. I'm the highest world-ranked bantamweight in Octagon, so numbers don't lie. Yeah.
Julian M. Maske, Frage an Hugo Fach. Hugo, jetzt in Prag, Ende des Jahres.
A question for Hugo Fach. You're fighting here in Prague at the end of the year, so what are your feelings right now? Are you taking in the atmosphere here in Prague? And are you excited about tomorrow's tournament? Yes, I'm very excited about tomorrow's fight. I'm really happy to be here in Prague at the biggest event of the year. I'm really happy to be here and witness this spectacular show. I'm ready. Tomorrow, you will be fighting someone who hasn't lost yet. So what do you think about him, and what can you expect from him? I think Wojciech is a complex, all-around fighter. He's good at striking, he's good on the ground. In his last fight, he showed that he can actually get the win even when it doesn't look all that great for him at the beginning. He showed he has the warrior's heart, and we will see how it goes tomorrow. I hope to be the better fighter tomorrow.
Okay. Question for Elvis Silva. During the face-off this morning, Jonas said he would make you his bitch tomorrow night. How do you respond to comments like that and avoid letting someone who talks a lot get into your head?
That's how he responded. Did you not see the video? Everybody saw it. That's his response. Right, Elvis?
Bom, boa noite a todos. A única coisa que esse cara pode fazer é o que ele está fazendo agora, que é falar. A única coisa. Ele é um ex-campeão que vive mais com memórias do passado do que com a atualidade. Pelo que eu sei, ele perdeu a maioria das lutas dele para os brasileiros. E amanhã não será diferente.
Dobrý večer pro všechny. Já co můžu
jenom říct je
to, že
let me just say one thing.
On pouze mluví. Otázka je, co se stane
all he
zítra.
does is talk. We will see what happens tomorrow in the cage, and I can promise that I will do the best I can to get the win tomorrow, to prove that the Brazilian school is far above what he can understand.
What are you gonna do? Honestly, what are you gonna come with? You're gonna kick, and you're gonna run backwards, and then you're just gonna try to grab for double unders and push me against the cage, and just make it very boring for everybody. Tell me that's not what you're gonna do, because that's what you've been doing in all your fights. But please, please try to kick me. Please, it will make my night so much easier. So please try to kick me.
Ele pensa que o karatê só tem chute, mas amanhã ele vai ver o que é o karatê de verdade. Eu não importo o que esse cara fala. A única coisa que ele é um falador. Apenas isso.
Zítra uvidí, co znamená
He
opravdu
will
karate.
see tomorrow what it means to see karate and the real kicks. He likes to talk, but tomorrow he will see that I have what it takes.
Yeah, but this is not karate. This is MMA. You're probably very good at karate, but karate is just like, it was just Christmas. It's just like believing in Santa Claus. You do it when you're a kid, and then you grow up, and you find out it's not real. And that's the same with karate. I did karate too when I was a kid, and then I found out this shit ain't real. And then I started doing MMA. So that's how it is. There's no karate. This is MMA. Like, and you just proved my point. You're going to go in, you're going to kick, do some fancy kick, try to push me against the cage, be boring. But now I have you. Just tell the real reason why you're here. The real reason why you're here is because you want to move to Europe and start a life here, and that's perfectly fine. But tomorrow I'm going to make sure that you get a good look at the healthcare system we have here in Europe.
Nedělá to překladateli jednoduchý, víš, ten Jonas.
He's not making it easy on the translator, is he?
Tô vendo todo mundo rindo aí.
The thing is about translation.
É a única coisa que ele pode fazer, gente. É isso daí, fazer vocês ficarem felizes, através dessas piadas chatas. E é isso. Shut up, motherfucker.
Oh, now you speak English. Now you speak English. So the thing about this guy is he's been speaking so much English online. And it's the same thing with all these Brazilians. They have such a big mouth online. But then when I meet them, they don't even speak a word. And that is very devastating. But it is true, right? You're just using this to start a life in Europe. That's why you're here. You brought your family, everything. You've been looking around in Germany.
Když se vrátím k tomu, tak Elvis říkal, že vlastně ho utiší na tom zápase.
And that's fine. I respect that.
Jediný, co může dělat, je vlastně mluvit a zítra ho...
He says all he can do is speak, and tomorrow he will send him.
Okay, continue with you, Matus. Octagon has announced that they are going to Poland. A win on Sunday night, is that what you want next? Shall I repeat? A win on Sunday night. Is Poland next?
Myślę tylko o jutrzejszym dniu, żeby zawalczyć z Milosem i na tym się skupiam. Nie wiem, co będzie tak naprawdę za 2 dni, czy coś takiego.
To, na co nyní myslím, je zítřejší.
What I think about now is tomorrow's fight. Tomorrow, I have a fight with Milos, and that is what I focus on. What happens next is something that I don't think about now.
The story is obviously about Milos's retirement, but a win for you, you steal the headline. The headline becomes Matus, won dominantly. How do you feel about that, potentially stealing the shine that Milos has?
Nie wiem, co będzie. Skupiam się naprawdę na tej walce, co będzie z Milosem, bo jest naprawdę mocnym rywalem dla mnie. Wiem, że Milos to jest jego ostatnia walka, last dance. Ale chciałbym dać dobrą walkę. Zazwyczaj staram się dać mocną walkę i skupiam się tylko wyłącznie na tym.
I focus on tomorrow, and I only think about tomorrow. I know that it is the last fight, the last dance for Milos. But I personally want to do my best to win, so that is my goal. And beyond this goal, it's not what I think about now.
Question for Marta. You cut your hair to make weight this morning. How tough of a weight cut was it? And are you willing to do anything for a chance to fight the #1 contender in the division?
One more time, please.
You cut your hair this morning so that you could make weight. Is that what you're about? Are you willing to do anything for a chance to fight on the biggest stage, and especially against the #1 contender in your division?
I got this fight a few days ago. I don't have a lot of time to make weights. Sorry, I'm so stressful. Okay. What's the last question?
Are you willing to do anything for a chance to be the #1 contender to fight Smolkova?
I think wrestling is my wrestling and more wrestling. I try to take down she and all.
Thank you, Marta. The hair looks great on you. Okay, question for Victor. Victor, is there any way you can do better than an 18-second knockout tomorrow?
Môžem poprosiť zopakovať, lebo som to nepočul.
Want me to repeat the question? Yeah. Is there any way you can do better than an 18 seconds knockout tomorrow? And if so, how?
Akože ja som na zajtra pripravený.
Well, I'm ready for tomorrow.
Na každý prípad.
I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for 3 rounds, for more rounds, for anything. But obviously I want to finish in the first round knockout, but whatever happens, I'm ready for anything.
That's it for me.
I have a question for the promoters. You have announced a new collaboration that is supposed to be more long-term with Nobody Listen. Are we? Can we expect more of this? Well, we will see. We will have a surprise for you tomorrow, and it will be a more long-term collaboration. But we will see if that will be the leitmotif for the whole 10th anniversary. Question for Alex Hutira. You have a series of really quick wins. What do you expect for tomorrow? I have the same approach for all my fights. I want to win. It doesn't matter whom I face. It can be in the O2 arena, it can be in someone's basement, whatever. I just want to finish before the limit, ideally in the first round, so that I can be home real quick or go back home to Ostrava. I just don't want to spend too much time here. I want to have a quick win and then go back to work and to training. Let's go back to Victor. You have one experience with Octagon fights, so you already have more experience with the new the new debuts, and sometimes it is too tough for them. Yeah, I have performed in front of many viewers, a huge audience, not bigger than the O2 arena, but I think that the experience is definitely an advantage. Is there any question, any other question, or fans can also ask questions? There is one hand up. I am very excited for what you will ask. I have 3 questions actually, so let's begin with the easier ones. In Pardubice, you have definitely seen the new arena by Mr. Dědek. Is there some new plan with this arena, for example, that is supposed to be finished in 2-3 years? The capacity is supposed to be much bigger than the O2 arena here. Definitely, we have already a meeting set up with Mr. Dědek, definitely. Well, that was a quick answer. Thank you. I have a second question that I have already asked last year. I asked who will be the one to comment tomorrow, because last year Carlos was in the cage, and this year that definitely can't happen. So who will be the commentator for tomorrow? There will be no one taking his place because Jirka Král is also sick, so we are not going to have that set of commentators. I don't really find it funny, but I understand the question. And the third question, I have a question for Hugo. Normally, when Octagon comes to Germany, Ondřej has a little bit of a problem. It's just before the title fight when Ondřej says jedeme bomby, which is in Czech, and he always says that in Czech. That's not so popular as here in the Czech Republic. Can you tell us what he should say in German when he's in Germany? I also understood this because my German is excellent, so what I should be saying instead of jedeme bomby in German. I think this could be an interesting recommendation for you, but also for us, for the fans, so that the German fan base also understands what you're saying. Yeah, I understand. I love this question, actually. So, Hugo, what do you say?
What do you say normally?
I don't actually understand the Czech thing, so I don't know what I can say.
He can say whatever he wants.
Okay. Ich brauche eine Hilfe, Hugo.
Nächstes Mal.
Děkuji ti. Jo, dobře, taky děkuji. Skvělý.
Okay, thank you. Well, that wasn't really a successful round of Q&A, but we will maybe have a place for Q&A in the second round.
And we will see you on stare downs.
Byl na okrasu.
Tak, dejte nám minutku a představí se druhá parta.
And we are heading to the second set of fighters with the main fight card.
Tlačovej konferencie, vlastne zostaňte tu a bude tá časť, bude tu zhruba 10 minút.
We are moving towards the filming. It's about 10 minutes. Us two will leave the podium. There will be actors instead of us, and we will be shooting the film. So that's for 10 minutes, and afterwards there will be stare downs. Just so you know, this will be after the press conference.
Začít? Dobře, tak jo, jdeme na hlavní kartu turnaje Octagon 81.
Okay, this is the main card of Octagon 81.
Zítra na turnaji vůbec poprvé ve své kariéře.
For the first time in his career entering the Octagon cage, Byron Spicy Baya Pavel Todt.
No a jeho soupeřem nebude nikdo jiný než...
And stepping into the cage against them is no one else but a guy entering the cage to prove that real fighters are built different, and it will be Ondřej Raška.
A do ďalšieho zápasu, tentokrát v ťažkej
Next fight coming up, this is a heavyweight bout. Daniel Škvor, please welcome him on the stage. He's in the blue corner. His Czech knockout machine in his Christmas sweater. And his opponent, Patrik Vespasiani.
Patrik poprvýkrát mimo Nemecka bude
fighting for the first time outside of Germany with Oktagon.
Neuvěřitelný příběh jeho prvního
By the way, a huge story when he first jumped with his parachute. In his first combat, his parachute actually malfunctioned. Just a little side story. But now, another Czech and Slovak fight. In the blue corner will be the Prince of Bratislava, Robert Pukač.
Chlapec, co to iba zkouša.
He's the boy who just tried.
A jeho soupeřem nebude nikdo jiný než inspektor.
And stepping up against him, the inspector and the former champion of the middleweight division, Patrik Kincel.
A v tom nasledujúcom zápase titulový zápas.
And now the title fight for the flyweight champion, the UFC veteran David Dvořák. Welcome him on the stage, please.
Ktorý príde do Oktagonu zabojovať o titul.
He will be fighting for the flyweight title tomorrow.
Aby sa proti nemu postavil úradujúci šampión.
Against him, the reigning champion, all the way from Kazakhstan, which will get its own broadcast just because of him, Žalgas Žumagulov.
No a hlavní zápas celého večera obstarají
the main event of the evening. Two champs. One of them hasn't lost the title. He only left the organization, and now he's making a return to become the king of the heavyweight division again, Martin BUDAY.
Slovenská šance na titul.
Slovaks have a chance for the title. Today he weighed 119 kilograms. His opponent, the first Irish champ, the first Irish double champ in the organization, Will fucking FLEURY.
OK, kdo má první otázku? Who's got the first question?
Já začnu, že s Ondrou mě napadlo v průběhu, jste oznámili XTB, jak vlastně vypadá s tím sportem? Protože se naznačovalo, že pyramida asi nebude, ale...
You spoke about XTB, and what about the collaboration with Tipsport? Just tell us, what's the situation like? Well, I was kind of delaying this. I was working on a different project, but we have a lunch meeting on Monday. We still have some things to sort out, but Tipsport is our partner and has been for a long time. And from our point of view, which doesn't have to be the one that everybody agrees on, but it's all about details. Buddy, how did your injury influence your preparation? We know that some of your sparring partners had some other problems too. Well, it didn't really complicate the preparation too much. I didn't train with this guy too much, even though we spent some time together, a few weeks. We did some work together, but we had to look for an alternative plan. But yeah, I think we sorted it out very well and the preparation went really well and I'm excited for tomorrow's fight. I know you have multiple plans, but from what you've said so far, I think you really want to get the finish, because in the UFC you didn't get that many finishes, but now ideally you want to finish the fight, right? Yeah, of course, I want to start finishing the fights just like I did in Octagon before. That's my goal. I want to get the finish. Question for David. The stare down was very intense. There might have been some contact there. Were you surprised that it was so dramatic that you actually pushed your heads together? Well, the contact was very light, but you know, that's what happens at stare downs. I've already had stare downs where people told me, I'm gonna knock you out, I'm gonna kill you and whatnot. I've had a lot of these stare downs and it never really influenced me. He was the first guy who initiated the contact, he pushed forward, and so did I. I was not gonna get pushed away. You know, I'm here to get the fight, I'm here to get the win, and I don't want him to start pushing me off at the stare down. But I'm not the type of fighter to start any push and shoves at the stare downs. He weighed in only on the second attempt. Do you think it made it more difficult for him? Well, at the stare down, I saw that he was nervous. I think he was disappointed. He didn't make weight for the first time. But that's the same thing I saw with Walid, who also had difficulties making the weight. He arrived at the weigh-ins an hour late. He was delaying. He was commenting, and I could see it in his eyes at the weigh-in. I could see he was nervous. Maybe he had some regrets that he didn't make the weight for the first time, but I think he was just disappointed and he was trying to compensate for it with this contact. Now a question for Patrik Kincl. Patrik, you have a long career, big fights abroad. So where does this fight with Robo Pukac actually place in your career, if you try to compare it to others? Well, every single fight is the most important fight. I don't really know what else to say. Well, a year and a half ago, if you were to fight Pukac, they would say that that's a mismatch. But now the situation is different. So what's your take now? Well, that didn't really clarify it for me. I would like a shorter question. You know, I've had a couple punches in my head in my career, so I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to come up with the answer. Well, it is an interesting fight for me. It's important, just like every other fight. But right now, in this phase of my career, it's important for slightly different reasons. I know some people are speculating about me finishing my career, but that's my decision to make. I will do that when the time comes. But now, I really want to get in that cage and fight, and I want more fights. And this fight is what's going to put me back to the level where I want to see Patrik Kincl. In the morning, you posted a post saying that making weight was the easiest thing that you ever had. Is it true that that little handbrake you had is finished, it's over, and now you have the fire in you? Well, we will see that in the fight. But I've changed a number of things, and one of them was that I was so annoyed with the sport. I wasn't too, you know, at the end of the weight cuts, I wasn't enjoying it too much. I didn't want to cut all that weight. It was very difficult. It was difficult on my family, people around me. The trainings were not that easy for me, and now they are much easier. That's why I decided to cut the weight earlier and only get the last bit. And I had to put on the brakes because at my last training, I was just full of energy. A question for Robo. It seems like Patrik is very motivated. Is this good news for you that he is in good shape? Is it good news for you that you get to beat him in his best form? Well, I don't believe him. Thank you. A question for Andres Raška. Making weight in the morning. A large part of the community actually appreciated that slap that you gave him, but isn't it showing that there's a lot of emotion in this and it could cost you? People are saying that you could only lose if you lose it in your head first. Well, that's not my impression. It just happened. I just reacted. It was on instinct. Usually, I don't behave like this. I've never been like this. But what he said, what he did, just the nerve in him that he pushed me. Of course, there can be some contact, just like Ruchy does. But Ruchy has had some professional fights. But this guy should be humble. He should keep his feet on the ground. I wouldn't read too much into this. This just happened. I didn't even comment on it. That's just the way it happened, okay? What's your ideal script for tomorrow? Do you really want to finish him in the first round, or do you want to take him through the ringer on the 3 rounds? Well, you can have a plan and then the reality can be completely different. But, what makes this difficult is that you don't know what he does in the cage. But we will see. It will be up and down, and I will react to what he does. Now, a question for Pavel. You got a slap. Some people were saying that you kind of stumbled around. What's your take on this situation? Well, yeah, there was some contact, and that's part of it. He couldn't keep it, and his hand escalated faster than his head. Thank you, and one more question. You, as well as Octagon, have lost Carlos Vémola. So how difficult is it for you that Carlos Vémola isn't here with you? I'm sad he won't get to see it. We went into this together, and I wanted to finish it together with him. And one last question for Dan Škvor. You took a heavyweight fight. You explained why you're taking this fight, but what's your plan to the future? You're basically a contender for light heavyweight, and if you get the win in heavyweight, you might also get the title shot. So what's next for you? Well, I want to stay in my division, and in that division I want to get the title. I think I'm really the number one after Popek fled in front of Fleury. So I think, yeah, that's the plan. Let me start with Martin Budaj. What's your emotional status now when you're coming back here to Octagon and now you have the fight? What's your expectations and all the emotion around it? The emotion is very positive. I've been waiting for this for quite a long time. I'm very happy to be here, to be able to enjoy the atmosphere, to enjoy Octagon from the position of the fighter. It's great. It's just great. We know that you're one of the fighters who have to cut weight into heavyweight. So how much are you weighing right now and how much in the cage? I think not more than 125 in the cage. And I was only cutting 15 kilos and in the last week maybe 5 kilos. So it was professional. It went well. And it's gonna be amazing tomorrow. A question for Will Fleury. How much of a factor will the weight be in the fight tomorrow?
Size is definitely a factor. Skill is a far bigger factor. I'm going to show that tomorrow night.
When you entered, there was a lot of applause. You're not Czech or Slovak, but you're treated as a local. So what does it mean for you?
It blows me away, to be honest. I love the atmosphere here. I love the fan base here. They're passionate, and that's all I wanted. Whether they support me or they hate me, they show up and they shout. That's amazing. I think I've come and improved myself over the last year and a half. The fans here can see what I am. I've put myself on the line every time, again and again, and I've performed every time, again and again, and I'm going to do the same tomorrow night. I'm incredibly excited about it. I hope everybody else is.
Děkuji. Otázka na Davida Dvořáka. Davide, tebe zítra čeká
Question for David Dvořák. You're going to have a 5-round fight. Do you think it will be a 5-round fight? Well, it's hard to predict. I would actually, of course, like to win for the limit to finish because I don't want to rely on the decisions. There were many fights that I had which were decided by the referees, but I was then always thinking about whether I was doing well or not, and it's really about the details. So, of course, I prefer to finish before the limit, but what will actually happen tomorrow, that's something that we can't predict, and we will see tomorrow. In UFC, you face the strongest fighters, also title contenders. Your opponent was also in UFC, and he's now ranked number 1. What do you think about your previous opponents? I was already asked this question, and I would rank him number 3 or number 4 of those fighters that I managed to fight. He is a great fighter. He is an all-rounder. When it comes to the career experience, we're very similar as well. So I'm really excited. It's a great matchup, one of the greatest that they could have made. So I'm really happy that he's the champ, that I can contend the belt with him. And we haven't had a UFC fight together, and we are facing each other off here. And that's something which I consider one of my dreams come true. In Štvanice, it was announced that I was coming to Oktagon, and I said that I want to fight the title, and now I'm sitting here in front of so many people, and tomorrow I am getting the chance to get the title. And a question for Želgas Žumagulov.
Otázka na Želgase.
A question for Želgas. Where do you put David Dvořák? How strong of an opponent is he?
Ну, если честно, я знаю, что Дворок очень сильный соперник. Я на него настроен. У меня нет такого, чтобы я хочу финишировать. Я настроен на все 5 раундов. И у меня есть опыт большой. И тем более мы были вместе в UFC, были вместе в одной раздевалке. И, в принципе, у меня там тоже бои очень были сильными. Кому я там проигрывал, они сейчас чемпионы и тоже занимаются первые, вторые позиции.
Dvorak is a very strong guy, and I was really good preparing for the fight with him. We both together in been together in UFC, and also my opponents like now in a top position in the UFC. We split preparing room together, and you know, I'm very happy to be here, and I will show you everything for tomorrow, you guys.
Otázka na Patrika Vespasiányho.
A question for Patrick Vespasiany. Do you think that you have something to lose and Dan doesn't? Because he's from light heavyweight. And what do you think about weight being decisive here? Because it was supposed to be a different division before. It is a really good question. The weight will definitely play a role here. Could you repeat the question?
Of course. How big of a factor can it be that he is originally from the light heavyweight and you are original heavyweight?
Okay. Of course, yes. It will be. 100% for sure.
And your prediction for the fight?
I'm not a fan of predictions. It will be a surprise.
Question for Dan Škvor. What do you predict about tomorrow's fight? And how did you got to the 105 kilos, so got up? Well, I didn't have to put on some weight. I just didn't have to make such a strict, heavy weight cut. I didn't have to have a huge cut. I didn't have to watch what I'm eating. But I'm not going to make any predictions. I have a special combination that I have practiced on PlayStation only, but Patrick is a great fighter. He is huge. And he's also the prettiest from my previous opponent, so I think that we can have a great performance, and it's going to be a huge show, and it's probably not going to be based on a decision, but it will be finished.
On PlayStation. I said I'm pretty good at PlayStation 2.
A question for Robo Pukač and Patrick Kincel. Do you think that this match can push you to have a title shot? I think definitely for me. It can give me the title fight. It can push me up in the ranking. And are you going to ask for the title fight? Well, I don't like these hypothetical questions. I am focused on tomorrow. It means a lot to me, and we will see what happens after. So don't ask me these hypothetical, what do you plan questions, because you can plan one thing, but life happens, and you will see tomorrow what happens. Well, this is not really hypothetical. How was it to change to middleweight, and how do you feel in this division? I feel great. Making weight wasn't so hard. It wasn't easy, of course, but I think that it was good for me. I enjoyed my trainings. I could take in more calories than I normally would. So I enjoyed the trainings. I was full of energy and food as well. So I had a lot of fun. And I think that it can, you will see it tomorrow. And the last question for Pavel. A long preparation that you have behind for you, the first preparation of your career, and how does it feel to have it over with? Do you feel the first wave of stress before the fight? Well, of course, I'm human, so I am nervous. The preparation wasn't an easy walk in the park. So how do you feel now? You were injured and we saw that you had some problems with your ankle. How does it feel now? Well, it's working somehow. Do you have a prediction for this fight?
Já to mám asi tak nějak stejně jako Robo, prostě.
For me it's like for Robo.
Mně to nenáleží, prostě si
I'm not the one to predict, to own the victory. I want to have a huge fight tomorrow, of course.
Ať to nějak vyjde.
So whatever happens, happens. And there is one actually last question for Andreas. You don't have anything to base your preparation on. So do you expect that it will be a long fight? Well, I don't have an answer to this. I think it will be a surprise for everyone. We will see what happens. Well, I really couldn't tell you. I don't think it will be a brawl. Thank you.
Question for the promoters. These two title fights are very high level. They're in the top 100 of the world rankings. Are these the two highest level fights you've had in Octagon MMA?
Definitely between those, because I think Ronnie and Keita was also there. Anytime Lucia Sabova is going to the cage, it's the same because she's around 20. And yeah, but definitely on one card, it's unbelievable, and we are happy to have them.
Question for Will Fleury. Throughout your time with Octagon MMA, you have used the word legacy over and over and over again. What does this fight do for your legacy? A win, and then do you plan to rule over the heavyweight division, or is your focus back down on light heavyweight and potentially middleweight?
So I've used that word a lot, and I've made it real already. I've already created a legacy. I was here 11 months and I was a double champion. Like I said at the time, who the fuck else is doing that? I'm going to keep being that guy. Tomorrow night, I'm going to show you I'm still that guy. I'm going to go out and do something special that nobody thinks I can do. Wherever the opportunity to do that thing again is next, that's where I'm going. So if that's at heavyweight, cool. The next fight's at heavyweight. If that's down to middleweight, I can do middleweight. Could I be the first ever triple champ? Legit? I think so. It's exciting, man. Like, I've come in here and smashed it. I've created these opportunities. I'm going to keep smashing it and keep creating bigger opportunities.
With this fight being at heavyweight, were you able to enjoy a bit of Christmas dinner?
Hell yeah. Spud life, baby.
Frage an Patrick Vespasiani.
A question for Patrick Vespasiani. Of course, you are focusing on Sunday, but you have 2 fights ahead of you. How would it feel to face one of these 2? I don't care who wins this title fight. I want to face the winner of these.
And my final question to Pavel. The slap this morning, do you feel that you have now fully gotten inside Andre's head, or does it not matter to you? Does it not play a role at all?
Jako jsem přesvědčený, že tam mají pokojovou izbu 3+1, jakože mám tam hodně prostoru v Andresovo hlavě.
I think that I am living in his head rent-free.
Já mám otázku ještě jednu na Pavla.
I have a question for Pavel. Right now, you're sitting among the elite of Octagon. So, what does that feel like?
Je to asi můj jeden z nejkrásnějších momentů.
It has to be one of the most beautiful moments in my life. You know, I'm sitting among real people who are proving to us that they want to be here at the top, and it's a huge honor to be here. It's really a reality check for me. It's a double check. I just want to go there tomorrow and enjoy myself.
Poslední otázka na Danškora.
Last question for Danškor. In Karlovy Vary, you wanted the bonus of the night, and now you have a special combination from PlayStation prepared, so what are you going to surprise us tomorrow? Well, we will see who will be in contention for the bonus, but I will try to get it from him.
OK, that's it. Když jsme říkali, že dáme divákům, tak má někdo rozumnej otázku?
Does anyone have an intelligent question?
Medo, na co se chceš zeptat?
What do you want to ask?
Jsi zvedla ruku jenom tak.
Oh, so you raised your hand for nothing. Okay, you can get to ask me later. No other questions? So in that case, thank you very much. Everybody stays in their spot. Me and Paolo, we're going to leave. Andres is going to leave.
Ne, ty jdeš pryč. Ne, Patrik zůstává, je to tak.
Patrick is going to stay.
A bude to někdo řídit, to natáčení teďkom? To je strašně
zvláštní. Somebody gonna direct this film shoot? We've never done it, so we don't really know what's going to happen.
No. Jo, Vojta má svůj mikrofon. Takže Vojta Frič, režisér filmu, má svůj mikrofon a ten na vás teďkom bude
So Vojta Frič, the director, will now direct you.
Tak, jenom poprosím, dáme herce.
poprosit, pojďme se připravit.
Tak, poprosím. Zvuk. Dejte se. Tak, připravíme se a akce.
Vrcholom zápasu legend bude súboj, ktorý prepíše históriu. Doplietne sa totiž, bratia, dve absolútne legendy bojových športov, majstri Európy a olympijskí medaisti. Ak by som si mohol požičať slova mojich zahraničných kolegov, poviem, že to bude absolútne spektakulárne. A teraz, ak máte nejaké otázky, práve teraz nastal čas.
Otázka na Šardoše. Proč právě Oktagon a proč právě teď?
Jak vnímáte váš zápas? Nebudete před domácím publikem a jdete proti boxerovi, který toho v kariéře hodně dokázal?
Myslíte, že dáte do květí brát? Tak posledně. A stop! Moc vás poprosím, budeme to samé ještě jednou, každopádně všem vám moc děkuju, vydržte to s námi ještě chviličku. Tak, připravit. Tak jenom nastavujeme kamery. Kamera, zvuk, připravit a akce.
Vrcholom zápasu legend bude súboj, ktorý prepíše históriu. Doplietne sa totiž vrátia dve absolútne legendy bojových športov, majstri Európy a olympijskí medaisti. Ak by som si mohol požičať slova mojich zahraničných kolegov, poviem, že to bude
nestopuje, připravíme se, pojďme od začátku, jenom úvod. Připravit a akce.
Vrcholom zápasu legend bude súboj
Reset, připravit a akce.
Vrcholom zápasu legend bude súboj, ktorý prepíše históriu. Do klietky sa totiž vrátia dve absolútne legendy bojových športov, majstri Európy a olympijskí medailisti. Ak by som si mohol požičať slova svojich zahraničných kolegov, poviem, že to bude absolútne spektákulo.
To je tedy náš návrat legendy. Oba borci sú v aktivní tréninkové fázi, ani k tomu všetkému nicméně na zápasu pořád ještě zbývá spousta času. My jsme nenechali nic náhodě. Oba museli odevzdat lékařské potvrzení, že jsou pro profi zápas zdravotně naprosto pořádku. Já věřím, že ten večer bude, jak nás napovídá, naprosto legendární.
Tak máte nejaké otázky teraz nastal čas?
Nepřekvapilo, kdy bude otázka na Kardoše, proč právě
A stop. Dobrý, děkuji moc krát všem. Tohle to je hotový pro teď. Děkuji. Za ten video hlavně.
Jste hotovo?
Octagon heads to Prague's O2 Arena with the fight card of the year, featuring 2 title fights. Europe will witness its greatest battle in the fight to be crowned the heavyweight king, the dreaded FLEURY. Double Octagon heavyweight and light heavyweight champion, and the pound-for-pound #1 fighter across all divisions, will enter the toughest fight of his career against world number 42 Martin BUDAY. The Slovak giant returns to the Octagon cage after 3 years of competing in the UFC, where he ranked among the world's elite fighters. He first sat on the Octagon throne back in 2021, and now he'll do whatever he can to take it back. 2 of the greatest flyweight fighters on the planet, who've already ranked in the world top 15, will now go head-to-head for the Octagon title. One of the domestic scene's most well-rounded fighters, David Undertaker Dvořák, is coming to bury Octagon champion Jalgas Shumagulov. Will Octagon have a new Czech champion for the first time in 12 months? Czechia versus Slovakia. Patrick Kincel, former 4-time middleweight ruler and 1-time pound-for-pound king across all divisions, with the scalps of Vemola and Pirat in his collection. After a 10-year wait, finally he'll enter a heated rematch against the Prince of Bratislava, Robo Pukac. Will this be the night he ends Kinsel's career? Stand-up fighting legend Daniel Spor enters his first heavyweight bout in Octagon against division number 3, the 6'5" destroyer, Vespasiani. Both men have won their last 3 fights before the limit. And get ready for another highly anticipated bout, as Ondrej Raška, who boasts 11 MMA wins on his record, takes on the winner of the reality TV show Survivor, Pavel Toth. Although Toth has never fought in a cage before, he requested a fight against an experienced professional. Will Prime Pavel silence the doubters, or will Raška quickly show him that he has no place in the cage amongst the pros? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finale of the year, Octagon 81. FLEURY versus BUDAY. Buy the pay-per-view and be transported to a front row seat for the entire tournament at octagon.tv.
naposledy. Jdeme na to, dámy a pánové, máme před sebou vážení turnaje Octagon 81, ale ještě předtím, než začneme vážit turnaj Octagon 81, tak také zápas, který jsme dnes oznámili, je pro nás extrémně důležitý.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Octagon v Ostravě, kam se vracíme zase po
is going to Ostrava after quite some time, returning to Ostrava Arena and with it the former champ. But before I call him, will be his opponent coming back to Octagon, Josef Wittner.
No a jeho soupeřem v Ostravě nebude nikdo jiný než růžový
Stepping up against him in Ostrava, the Pink Panther, David Kozma.
Československá bitva 14.2. Ostravar Arena.
This will take place on the 14th of February in Ostrava. Wittner Kozma.
A teď už se můžeme vrhnout na turnaj Octagon 81. Samozřejmě začneme na Free Prelims, který je dostupný také na YouTube. Jako první přijde zítra do téměř vyprodané O2 arény. Zůstává posledních 1000 lístků. Bartoloměj, Bucket Boy z Kovira. – 23 let, 185 cm, má na svém kontě 5 zápasů, 8 zápasů, 5 vítězství a jeho oficiální váha je 70,6, 70.6. No a jeho soupeřem bude navrátilec do Octagonu, muž, který touží po svém prvním vítězném zápase u nás a tím je Ivan Klevec. – 22 let, 175 cm, Monster Gym, má na svém kontě 6 zápasů, 3 vítězství, 3 porážky, jeho oficiální váha je 70,6, 70.6. Klevec versus Skovira, to bude zítra první zápas na turnaji Octagon 81. V tom druhém duelu se představí muži, které jsme tady už na pódiu měli. Bude to další ze slovensko-českých bitev a právě za Slovensko přichází muž, který se zítra představí a tím je 28letý borec Viktor Kováč. Zápas ve welteru, mimo jiné jeho trenérem je také Vlasto Čepo, zatím 2 zápasy, 1 vítězství, 1 porážka, jeho oficiální váha je 77 kg, 77. Jeho soupeřem pak bude mladý ostravský talent Alex Hutyra. 21 let, 188 cm, 2 zápasy mezi profesionály, oba dokázal vyhrát, oba na submisi, teď ještě vypíchnul Pavlovi oko. A jeho oficiální váha je 77,2, 77.2. Hutyra versus Kováč, welterová váha. A 2 velké talenty svých zemí. Další duel, česko-německý, tentokrát jako první přijde zítra do Octagonu německý bojovník a tím je německý Tarzan, German Tarzan Hugo Wach. – 25 let, 175 cm, Fight School Hannover, kde trénuje společně s Maxem Holstrem a Johnny Palokajem. Pod trenérem Davidem Palokajem má na svém kontě 7 zápasů, 6 vítězství a jeho oficiální váha je 66,3, 66.3. Z těch 6 vítězství dokázal 4 ukončit na KO a jeho soupeřem bude muž, který vstupoval za dramatických okolností do Octagonu, ale nakonec si vichr z hor odnesl vítězství a to bude hledat i zítra v O2 aréně Vojtěch Kohl. 26letý český zástupce All Sports Academy pod trenérem Patrikem Kinslem, Davidem Dvořákem a Danielem Jelínkem má na svém kontě 3 zápasy, 3 vítězství mezi profesionály, 2 ukončení a jeho oficiální váha je 66,3, 66.3. Kol versus váh. Jediný ženský zápas zítra v O2 aréně obstará slovensko-polská dvojice a právě polská bojovnice přichází jako první na toto pódium, její 21letá Marta Sös. Čerstvě ostříhaná Marta má 21 let, červený smok Poznaň má na svém kontě mezi profesionálkami 2 zápasy, 2 vítězství, 2 ukončení a její oficiální váha je 59,5 kg, 59.5. Její soupeřkou nebude nikdo jiný než Veronika Sweetheart Smolková. Jednička flyweight, 23 let, Drákula Gym, 10 zápasů, 7 vítězství, 4 ukončení před limitem, její oficiální váha je 59,4, 59.4. Zápas, který bude určitě nějakým způsobem vyhrocený, protože se ho účastní dánský žralok. Bude následovat ale nejprve jeho soupeř, který se v Oktagonu představí podruhé a tím je Karate Kid Elvis Silva. 36letý brazilský rodák, který trénuje v týmu Nova Junaio, má na svém kontě 24 zápasů, 15 vítězství, 6 ukončení před limitem a jeho oficiální váha je 61,7, 61.7. No a jeho soupeřem nebude nikdo jiný než bývalý šampion bantamové váhy Jonas Shark Magard. Sám se přejmenoval na ninju pro tento zápas. 33letý dánský rodák, kterého v Neruda Cupu podporuje Hot Peppers Team. 25 zápasů, 18 vítězství, 7 ukončení submisí, 2 KO. Pod trenérem Karlem Princem v Manchester Top týmu má oficiální váhu 61,6, 61.6.
fala muito. Part-time job.
Você fala demais.
Você fala muito. Treina só rodo.
Só fala.
Amanhã
você vai cair babando.
Venda se berga vida.
Amanhã você vai cair babando.
Venda se berga vida. Venda se berga vida. Yeah. Venda se berga vida. Yeah. Venda se berga vida. Take your white belt. Yeah. It's a MMA white belt for you.
Yeah.
Bílý pás MMA.
Just like you. It's yours.
Okay.
Magard versus Silva zítra na turnaji Octagon 81. Ta atmosféra by se dala krájet i přímo tady v O2 Univerzu. No a
When he entered the cage for the first time in 2012, the pundits believed he had a bright future ahead of him. Miloš Petrošek could have become an icon of Octagon MMA, but at key moments, things didn't go his way, and he was denied the chance to fulfill his full potential. But Czechia will say a proud farewell to one of the most prominent heroes of the past decade.
Chci si to užít, takže ho prostě rozsekám a budu to moct takhle zavřít do šuplíku a říct, byla to krásná etapa mýho života a tím to pro mě končí.
He has huge fights under his belt and boasts a total of 13 wins. And he finished 9 opponents in the first round. He'll be going up against the unpredictable Polish veteran, Mateusz Strelczyk. The Spider doesn't back down from accepting tough challenges and is known to accept fights at any time.
Mateusz Střelčík je vyrovnaný soupeř, že ani jeden nejsme jako, že by byl někdo hrozně lepší.
He can handle himself on the ground, but also packs knockout power with his iron fists.
Vím, jaký on má silné stránky, vím, jaký já mám silné stránky a záleží, kdo si to prosadí.
But on his home turf, Melon will settle for nothing less than clear victory in this final duel for the organization. The proud father will be cheered on by his family as well as the entire O2 Arena as he attempts to bring his career to a spectacular end.
Loučení nás zítra čeká a uvidíme, jak k němu přispěje polský Spider Mateusz Střelčík. 34 let, 192 cm. Chlapík, který dokáže dělat váhu ve 3 různých kategoriích, od welterové až do polotěžké. Má na svém kontě 32 zápasů, 15 vítězství a 15 porážek, 2 remízy a jeho oficiální váha je 93,1, 93.1. No a proti němu poslední váha Miloše Petráška v jeho kariéře. Jedna z českých legend, Miloš Meloun Petrášek. A rovnou přivádí svého nástupce. Smlouvu připravenou nemám. Oficiální váha mladého Melouna je 20,5 kg. Společně s tátou je to dokonce 118,5. Ale oficiální váha Melouna je 92,7. Reinders MMA 21 zápasů. Zítra 22. uvidíme, jestli to budou 2 ESA a 14. vítězství v kariéře. Všech svých dosavadních 13 ukončil před limitem. Miloš Meloun Petrášek a Mateusz Střelčík. Jeden velký zážitek pro malého Melouna a těšíme se na něj za 15 let.
The first ever Octagon Celebrity Series fight is about to go down. A project that has sent the masses into a frenzy. We'll begin with an eagerly anticipated battle between two worlds. The name Ondrej Raška is closely linked to the Czech scene. He's been fighting in the Octagon cage since the 2nd season of Octagon Challenge, and he's gone up against some seriously experienced fighters. But now he carries the weight of the entire MMA community on his shoulders. The most experienced veteran in the game will face off against the cheeky newcomer whose presence has got everyone talking. Pavel Toth, who goes by the nickname Spicy Paya, has repeatedly defied the odds. He won the hugely popular Love Island, as well as the brutal endurance test of Survivor, but now the toughest challenge of his life awaits him. He's had roughly the same amount of time to prepare for this fight as he spent on the reality shows. Under the supervision of icons like Vamola and Monster, he had to push himself to the limit to prove his worth. But when the cage door closes inside the O2 Arena, he can expect a serious reality check. Spicy Pie is determined to prove that he's the legend that no one had faith in, and stated that he'll be the one who will dominate in the cage on the night. But Raška plans on showing him that his self-confidence is seriously misplaced, as the professional fighter will settle for nothing less than total victory. A defeat would be a complete disgrace to the entire world of combat sports, and that means he'll be entering the cage with a huge amount of pressure hanging over his head.
Jdeme na to Celebrity Series a její první zápas v O2 aréně. A jako první přichází na váhu muž, kterému je 24 let, je vítězem největší české a slovenské reality show a také poprvé vstoupí do profesionálního zápasu v Octagonu. Pavel Prime Toth! Monster Gym Praha pod trenérem Petrem Knížetem, Machem Muradovem a Lukášem Bártou zítra nastoupí ke své premiéře ve váze do 84 kg a jeho oficiální váha byla právě taková 84 kg. Jeho soupeřem bude muž, kterého dobře znáte z Oktagonu, muž, který na sobě nese tíhu okamžiku celé komunity MMA, Ondřej Andrés Raška. ...34 let, 189 cm, 20 zápasů, 11 vítězství, 7 ukončení před limitem. Tip sport v rámci Neruda Cupu a jeho oficiální váha je 84,2.
Třeba pro tebe dárek na Vánoce. Něco.
Míška pitomec jako dárek na Vánoce. Pajo, jedna otázka pro tebe.
Baya, just one question for you before we let you go. Now you can't back down. You're basically 24 hours until your fight. So standing in front of all of these people and tomorrow in front of all those viewers, how much do you think you're going to get that win? I'm not sure about the win, but I know one thing. It's going to be fucking huge. Wow. I'm looking forward to it. And so are we. Enjoy it, and it's not an easy thing. It's gonna be fucking huge, said Baya. Don't worry about the cards. Let me ask you the question now. I like your shoes, Ondra. We have the same ones, okay. Anyway. Everybody keeps on saying that if anything happens, you know, if something happens, this is MMA, are you also ready for that possibility in your head? Or are you just waiting to just school him tomorrow in the cage and decide which way the fight is gonna go? When I got the call from you in the summer, I was so happy about this offer. I was talking about it with my team. We gave you a reaction quite quickly with you and Palo. And I talked about this with Vlado, Ruchy, and my closest guys. We all knew that this will only help me. I want to thank Baya for accepting this, for giving me this chance. Thanks to him, I'm here. And thanks to you, I got great new sponsors. And you were asking? Oh, right. In my head, the only thing I have in my head is watching me win. I had some mental coaching because it's part of it, and I feel great, and there's no other option but a win. There are some things that you just can't get a shortcut through. I like playing ice hockey. I can play it somewhere on a frozen lake, but I would never start in a normal game. You can't just learn that. You know, I'd love to play lead guitar for Linkin Park too, but that's not how it goes. You know, people usually just see the top of the iceberg, all that work, but they don't see everything you had to go through to get all the way to the top. It's great being at the top, but you need to understand what's behind it. So there's no option that Baya is gonna score some tough hits on you. I think, well, I'm not sure if I can bet on this, but we will definitely see how it goes down tomorrow, and good luck for tomorrow.
Patrick Vespasiani turns into a human tank inside the cage. Once he starts off, it's almost impossible to stop him. He scored all 6 of his wins via knockout, and he's currently enjoying a 3-fight win streak.
Vespasiani, this could be it! There you go!
The ruthless gladiator from Frankfurt is steadily climbing his way to the top of the division. But defending his position of number 3 in the rankings won't be easy. Daniel Skvor is on the hunt for champion Will Fleury, and the heavier weight category is no obstacle for him. That's why he agreed to the heavyweight bout against the 6'5" giant Vespasiani. Skvor is determined to secure a rematch with Fleury at all costs and in any weight category. And in Prague, it's possible he could become a challenger in 2 divisions. In the past, the former world kickboxing champion represented the Czech Republic in glory. He then decided to swap the ring for the cage and became one of the organization's deadliest strikers. He's already scored 10 wins in MMA, 6 of which came by way of knockout. We can expect to witness a ferocious battle, which is likely to end in a devastating finish.
Premiéra pražského oblíbence v těžké váze. Kdo by si to byl pomyslel, že ho po výborné kariéře v K1 uvidíme i v těžké váze MMA, ale zítra se to stane skutečností a navíc jedničkou váhy a muž, který bude hájit české barvy, právě přichází, je to Daniel Didi Škor. 36 let, 194 cm, Reinders MMR pod trenérem Andreje Reinderse má na svém konti v MMA 14 zápasů, 10 vítězství, 8 ukončení a 4 porážky. Oktagon Fantasy v rámci Nedora Cupu a jeho oficiální váha je 108,5 kg. 108.5. Proti němu německý titán a výsadkář Patrick Il Gladiatore Vespasiani. – 33 let, 200 cm, MMA Spirit. Má na svém kontě 8 zápasů, 6 vítězství, 6 KO. Svou výsadkářskou kariéru si vytetoval i na záda německý reprezentant a jehož oficiální váha je 111,7, 111.7. Vespasiani versus Škor. Zítra na hlavní kartě turnaje Octagon 81.
Robert Pukac caught the attention of his longtime rival Patrick Kinsel after he tried to get under his skin with some seriously nasty trash talk.
Však mňa to zaujíma, či dojdeš do tej O2 areny a môžem ťa tam knockoutovať, tým magor.
Eventually, his Czech rival was drawn into his game. He lured Pukac into the wild waters of the middleweight division.
Teď si ukous trošku větší jako krajíc, než je schopný se žvejka.
This story began back in 2015, when these two warriors first came head-to-head inside the cage. Kinsel scored a narrow defeat over his opponent, and since then, their careers have taken dramatically opposite trajectories. Inspector boasts an impressive 40 fights on his record. He fought tough battles abroad and later became the Octagon champion. He eliminated Pirat and Vimola from his path, but then came a turning point. After 2 bitter defeats, the former king is standing on the edge of the abyss, and this fight will decide the future of his career. Now the Prince of Bratislava is in the shape of his life, and his last 2 wins signaled a huge breakthrough. After eliminating Cosma, he then went on to score a brutal KO victory over German icon Eckerlin.
Oh, that might be it! He's done it!
Pukac's appetite for taking on big names grows stronger with every great performance, and the Slovak warrior is convinced that his unstoppable streak will never end. For Kinsel, this means everything. A victory that could bring a much-coveted restart, but another loss could truly be fatal. Get ready for a battle between 2 nations, and the biggest Czech-Slovak battle that you can hope to witness. Fans have waited 10 long years for this rematch, and now the wait is over.
History in the making.
Jdeme na to. Uvidíme, jak se bude psát historie v tomto vyhecovaném československém souboji. Na jehož odvetu jsme čekali dlouhých 10 let. Poprvé to bylo velmi zajímavé a relativně těsné. Uvidíme, jak to bude vypadat zítra. Jako první přichází 33letý slovenský princ bratislavský Robert Pukac. (33 let, 180 cm, 34 zápasů, 20 vítězství, jeho oficiální váha je 84,2, 84.2. Jeho soupeřem bude muž, který byl nejdéle vládnoucím šampionem střední váhy. Veleúspěšný český reprezentant, 36letý inspektor Patrik Kincl. ...41 zápasů, 28 vítězství, 20 ukončení před limitem v rámci Network Cupu Hot Peppers Team a samozřejmě oficiální váha je 84,2, 84.2. Další zajímavý staredown těchto dvou mužů, Kincl versus Pukač, už zítra v O2 aréně.
The O2 Arena will host one of the highest caliber fights in Octagon history. The flyweight title bout will see two warriors who have ranked in the top 10 rankings come face to face in the cage. Zhalgas Zhumagulov wasted no time in demonstrating his elite skill set. First he defeated Aaron Abbey and went on to seize the throne from Adamia. After dominating the cage and scoring a convincing victory over the Georgian hardman, the former UFC fighter took the title and confirmed to the rest of the division what they're dealing with. Zhalgas will enter the cage against the Czech #1 and former UFC top 10 fighter, David Dvořák. He's already earned 22 wins inside the cage, scoring 9 knockouts and 8 submissions, a truly exceptional record in the flyweight division. He demonstrated his undeniable prowess in the cage. In Frankfurt, he unleashed a devastating overhand right and knocked out the mighty Mohamed Valid. Now, the Undertaker is preparing to put an end to Zhumagulov's reign. However, with 9 finishes on his record, the Kazakh conqueror is undoubtedly an extremely dangerous opponent, who is currently riding high on a 4-fight win streak. But Dvořák has his sights set firmly on the belt, and now he has the chance to end the wait for a new Czech champion of Octagon.
První ze 2 titulových zápasů, na které se těšíme v O2 aréně. A do prvního z nich přichází také jako první český reprezentant David Undertaker Dvořák. ...33letý český rodák z Hradce Králové nastupuje ke svému 29. zápasu. Dosavadních 28, 22 vítězství, 17 ukončení, což je fantastická bilance na lehkou váhu v rámci Network Cupu Team Progressus a jeho oficiální váha je 56,6, 56.6. Ej. Pár dárečků Davida, jeho soupeřem bude 37letý šampion Oktagonu Zhalgas Zhumagulov. ...37 let, 163 cm, American Top Team a Erkin Kush Team. Má na svém kontě 27 zápasů, 18 vítězství, 9 ukončení, 108 KO a jeho oficiální váha je 56,6, 56.6. Davide, všechno ta zlá krev je v tuhle chvíli pryč, soustředění.
All the bad blood is gone and now you're only focused on the fight. What's the most likely scenario in your head?
Well, I have heard that flyweight is boring. Well, it is quite fast, but it bores people. But I know that I have the power, I have the energy. I am a finisher. Of course, there were some decisions. I showed it with Wally that we can finish as well. And I want to show the beauty of flyweight, how quick it is.
Which round will you use this shovel to dig in your opponent?
I didn't want to have a brutal stare down because I think that we would finish much earlier than it actually got to the fight using this shovel.
Which round?
I don't have a specific round in my mind. I don't care about rounds. I just want to show the beauty of the division. And if it were the first round, then so be it.
Thank you very much and good luck for tomorrow. Another Czech chance to get the title.
Just said that he will finish you and he believes it could be in the first round. He's not going to be angry. He's going to be first round, but he wants to do it quick. What's your answer for that?
Tomorrow, big drama show.
Okay, tomorrow big drama show. Thank you very much. That's enough. A máme před sebou poslední zápas.
Here he comes, Will Fleury, the tricolour over his shoulder, and this is a man on a mission. He wants to build his legacy.
Undisputed light heavyweight Octagon MMA champion, Will Fleury.
We're in trouble now, Brian. Lots of weapons being used here from Fleury.
The fearless Will Fleury will head to Prague as the reigning double champion of Octagon and #1 pound-for-pound fighter in all divisions.
My goodness, there you go! That is how you make a statement! Will Fleury!
We've been discussing yesterday that you would love to fight against Martin Buday. Is it true?
Yeah, I've said this a lot, and it's true. I think he's a great fighter. I think he proved himself. He's 7-1 in the UFC. There's a huge opportunity for me to get that fight.
Dámy a pánové, Martin Buday, jeden z šampionů těžké váhy Octagonu.
Prišiel som si zobrať svoj pás, ktorý mi patrí.
I'm very happy that I am back in the Octagon. I want to show the fans and all the people that I'm like a high-level world fighter. I'll prove it in December 28th.
After a 3-year hiatus, the merciless Slovak giant Martin Buday returns to the place where his incredible journey began. In the UFC, he won 7 of his 8 fights, earning himself a place amongst the world's elite fighters.
Oh, big shot.
I want to prove to all people, to all fans, I'm like levels above and show the world that I'm capable of finishing the fights.
He knows how to break down his opponents and boasts an exceptional score of 16-2.
Oh, my goodness!
He remains undefeated in the Octagon cage and scored all of his wins before the limit.
Minder is down.
This is my biggest opportunity to show what I am. It's the biggest challenge, definitely. Like, look, if I clear through Martin and I destroy him and demolish him.
Hand out of nowhere.
In my next fight, I want to prove that I'm a high-level fighter and I will finish him on the feet.
Now the fan favorite has his chance to take the title back to his homeland and to become the only men's champion from Slovakia. If Fleury wants to remain on the throne, he'll have to stop the returning former ruler in his tracks. Both men are undefeated in the organization. But after this fight, there will be only one king.
This is a fight for the belt. This is a fight for legacy. This is a fight for redemption. And today we bring those two guys together.
Je to skutečně zápas o strašně moc pro oba muže, jeden z nejdůležitějších dnů jejich profesního života. A jako první přichází naděje pro Slovensko a pro domácí scénu na velký titul v Octagonu. A tím mužem je 34letý bývalý šampion Martin Badis Buday. Černý pás v brazilském jiu-jitsu Aspinal BJJ tým má na svém kontě 18 zápasů, 16 vítězství, pouze 2 porážky v kariéře, 9 ukončení a jeho oficiální váha je 119,8. Jeho soupeřem nebude nikdo jiný než dvojitý šampion polotěžké a těžké váhy, který by chtěl být jediným zápasníkem napříč všemi organizacemi, který bude současně držet 3 tituly ve 3 různých váhách. Jestli se mu to podaří nebo ne, o tom rozhoduje také zítřek. A je jím irský šampion Will fucking Fleury. ...630 let, 190 cm, SBG Island pod trenérem Karlem Moorem a Derekem Kellym má na svém kontě 19 zápasů, 15 vítězství, 7 ukončení, 1 no contest a 3 porážky. Fit for you, Neruda Cup tým a jeho oficiální váha je 107,2, 107.2. Will fucking FLEURY a Martin Budaj zítra hlavní zápas v O2 aréně. Martine, co ti říkal Will?
What did you say to each other?
Takže uvidíme zítra. Či je to čas?
We will see tomorrow.
What exactly did
It's my time.
And is it going to be 5 rounds, or do you think it's going to be before the limit?
Well, I'd prefer it to end in the very first round, so get ready for fireworks.
Will expects that you will want to get him to the cage and face him with your jiu-jitsu. What do you think?
Okay.
Well, it's going to be a surprise.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back and good luck for tomorrow.
Willa, you told me today that you know what Martin will bring to the Octagon. So what's going to be your answer for that?
Smashing him, emphatically.
How many rounds you need for that?
If he comes heavy, it'll be over quick. If he stays away, take 2 or 3 rounds to break this guy down.
So we will have a new, actually, and still champion under 3 rounds?
And fucking still, Will fucking FLEURY, doing it again, every time.
Okay, congratulations, my man. Thank you for everything. See you tomorrow. Will fucking FLEURY říká, že to ukončí do 3. kola. V tu chvíli by ta noc byla o něco kratší. V každém případě děkujeme moc, to je pro dnešek všech. Zítra se s vámi vidíme v O2 aréně. Mějte se krásně, hodně štěstí a hezký zbytek roku, pak když byste zítra nedorazili, šťastnou cestu domů. Ahoj, jsme Cirkus Oktagon a zítra se na vás těšíme. Raz, dva. Zapojím mi mikrák ještě. Já vím. Zapojím mi mikrák ještě. Raz, dva. Raz, dva. Raz, dva. No, komu? Raz, dva.
10 years ago, we lit the first flame. A small stage, big dreams.
Náš sen se tady stává skutečností. Toto je finále Octagon MMA. Dobrý večer.
A new MMA era was born. But from the very beginning, Octagon was more than fights.
Vítejte v reality show O2 TV Octagon výzva.
2017, the first show at Štvanec under the summer sky. And Bratislava's Hunt Arena sold out. 2018, a milestone year.
Chtěl bych vám všem, kteří máte nějaký sen, říct, že i ty nejšílenější sny se mohou naplnit.
We packed over 10,000 fans in the O2 Arena in Prague.
Bol to taký sen, že raz by mohli vypedávať tak veľké haly a dneska je to skutočnosť.
And crowned champions on the biggest domestic stage to date. The fight of the century.
Neskutečná atmosféra a zápas století v tuhletu chvíli se stává skutečností.
Attila Veg knocked out Carlos Vemola in the first round. Sending shockwaves through the MMA world.
Nové prípady, nové prísnejšie opatrenia. Vláda vyhlásila núdzový stav.
COVID swept the globe, but Octagon didn't stop.
Teď už si opravdu můžeme říci, že nás nic nezastaví v tom, abychom tyto turnaje uskutečnili.
Underground events kept the flame alive through one of the toughest years for live sport. We pushed the boundaries of sports entertainment, new formats, new rivalries. Octagon became more than a sport. It became a movement. In 2022, we crossed borders. Frankfurt marked Octagon's first major push into the German market and set the stage for future international expansion.
Icon of the sport, an icon of Germany.
2023 Octagon Challenge took Octagon to the UK. Events in Manchester, Birmingham, and Newcastle built momentum and fandom far beyond Central Europe.
This opportunity is massive. This is life-changing. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
This is the life that I want.
It's torture. That is madness.
2024, we rewrote history again. 3 sold-out open-air stadiums. Eden Stadium in Prague, the biggest sporting event in Czech and Slovak history in the last 20 years. Veg versus Vemola 2. Then came Frankfurt, world record-breaking event with 60,000 fans. And our partnership with RTL brought Octagon to 100 million people in DACH region.
Let's get up. Octagon 62.
60,000 fans, let's go.
Is officially the biggest MMA attendance in the world history.
2025 at Octagon 72, the final chapter between Carlos Vemola and Attila Veg came to the end.
Vůbec poprvé v historii organizace se bude bojovat o Octagon Infinity Belt.
Krásný večer, já jsem Kevin Owens, ready for Cruci, OK?
Finálová bitva 2 králů. Je konec. Terminátor
And celebrate not the end, but everything we've built. Every fight, every arena, every fan. Get ready for what's coming. Once-in-a-lifetime moments. Stadium-shaking celebrations. Bratislava, Štvanice, and Frankfurt Stadium. A decade of facing fears. 10 years of Octagon. Be part of it.